Hello, my dear students. In this video, we are going to learn how to divide fractions. Let's review how to multiply fractions. To multiply fractions, we multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. For example, 2/3 times 3/4 is 6/12 because 2 times 3 is 6. And if we multiply the denominator by the denominator, we will get 12. Of course, we don't forget to simplify the answer by 6 in order to get half as a simplest form. Or we can use the cancellation method, which means we have to search for numbers to simplify a number in the numerator by a number in the denominator. 2 and 4 can be simplified by 2. 3 and 3 can be simplified by 3. Since we cannot cancel more, we multiply the new numerator by the new numerator and the new denominator by the new denominator to get half. Dividing fractions is a tricky concept. That's why we can multiply them. So we are going to change every division operation into a multiplication operation when it comes to fractions. In order to do that, we use the strategy keep, change, flip. The first step is keep, which means that I have to keep the first fraction as it is. The second step is change, which means that I have to change the division sign into the multiplication sign. And finally, we have to flip, which means that I have to exchange the numerator by the denominator. So it will become 4 out of 3. We have to multiply the numerator by numerator and the denominator by denominator because we changed the exercise from a division exercise into a multiplication exercise. Now we have to simplify a number in the numerator and a number in the denominator by using a common divisor. But none of the numbers in the numerator share a common divisor with the numbers in the denominator. So I just multiply the numerator by the numerator and denominator by denominator to get 8 out of 9. Let's take another example. The first step says keep. So I have to write 4 out of 9 as it is. The second step says change, which means that I have to change the division sign into the multiplication sign. Finally, let's flip. We have to write the reciprocal of this fraction. 15 out of 8. We will write both fractions on the same fraction bar. 4 times 15 and down 9 times 8. If we look closely, we can notice that 15 and 9 can be simplified by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 4 and 8 can be divided by 4. If I look at the new numbers, I can notice that I cannot simplify anymore. So I multiply 1 times 5 and 3 times 2 to get 5 out of 6 as the final answer, which is of course in its simplest form. first step is to keep the first fraction as it is. The second one says that I have to change the division sign into the multiplication sign. Now, we have 10 here as a whole number. In order to change this whole number into a fraction, we just put it over 1. So, now I have to flip this fraction to be 1 out of 10. I put both fractions on the same fraction bar. 5 times 1 out of 8 times 10. It's clear that 5 in the numerator and 10 in the denominator can be simplified by 5. I cannot simplify anymore, so I finally multiply. 8 times 2 is 16. And this is the final answer. In this example, the first one is a mixed number. So before changing the division operation into a multiplication one, we have to change this mixed fraction into an improper fraction. 16 times 1 is 16, plus 3 is 19, out of 16. Divided by 1 out of 4. Now, since I have fractions on both sides, I can apply this strategy, keep change. I change division sign into multiplication sign, flip. I write the reciprocal of 1 out of 4, which is 4 out of 1. I use cancellation in order to get the final answer. It's clear that 4 in the numerator can be simplified by 16 in the denominator using the common divisor 4. I will get 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Now I can't simplify anymore, so I just multiply. 19 times 1 is 19. 4 times 1 is 4. Now I can change this improper fraction into a mixed number to write it in its simplest form. I can say 16 divided by 4 is 4. I will have remainder 3 in the numerator out of 4. Or I can use the long division method to get the final answer, as we explained before. In this example, we notice that we have mixed numbers on both sides. Before changing the division operation into the multiplication operation, we have to change both mixed numbers into fractions first. 4 times 1 is 4, plus a 3, 7 out of 4, divided by 2 times 8 is 16, plus 5 is 21. Now, since I have fractions on both sides, I can apply the strategy keep, flip, change, flip. I can easily put them on the same fraction bar in order to use cancellation before multiplying them. I can divide 7 by 7 to get 1, 21 by 7 to get 3. 8 and 4 can be divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Since I can't simplify anymore, I just multiply the new numbers. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. And this is the final answer. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. Thank you all.